Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is your friend, Brian Loma, here with some important jury information this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
A little chilly.
It is a little chilly,
Little.
but you know, the most dedicated of us we're out here every day.
I know.
Thank you. That, ladies and gentlemen, is one of Eric Brandt's prosecuting public defenders, prosecuting attorneys with the city. As we are out here saying good morning to everybody, be a fully informed juror. I am going to be putting my phone down here, guys, for those of you who choose to hang out and join us. We're just going to be talking to jurors this morning, passing out flyers, and educating people about their rights. So that's what's going on here today in downtown Denver. Fully informed jury flyering. We're glad you're with us. We are here for the variety of trials that are going on this fantastic day. Get a couple more of those. Take a couple more of those, please. Janet? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Some jury information for you, sir. Thank you. Woo-wee. Beautiful, brisk morning this morning. I like your idea with the scarf. That's very, very good. Here's a flyer for you, ma'am. Some information about your rights and the value of being a juror this morning. Thank you very much. We appreciate you for your civic duty. Because for those of you joining us from around the world, and good morning, I can't see you on chat yet, so we'll go there. Say hi. Good morning, my friend. Yes. Hey, listen, we got to talk about this Thunder Rules Media. Maybe you should talk about your court date and some things in there to the viewers this morning, Rebecca, because we definitely know that yours is a case that needs to be talked about, right? Good morning from Germany. Good morning, Richard. So I'm just going to leave this rolling here, guys, but we're out here this morning handing out flyers, educating people about their rights, knowledge that they need. Good morning, sir.
What's up, bro?
Whether you're here on a summons or here to serve.
Jury notification?
Jury notification.
Fuck yeah, bro.
God bless you.
I already know, man.
All right. That's how it goes, folks. Everybody already knows. Or if they don't, they learn. But that guy knows. So yeah, we're out here doing jury nullification in downtown Denver, Colorado. We have important trials this morning. The trials and tribulations of all of those people who have to go pay to be accused of a crime, whether they committed it or not. And the reason that we're at this location outside the Lindsay Flanagan Courthouse is that this parking garage across the street is exactly where everybody parks their cars. Yeah. So that's that. Gotta talk to these folks though, huh? Good morning, ma'am. Serving on jury today? The important information you'll need. Thank you very much. It's as easy as it is. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Oh, I'm a little chilly. I know my fingers are very, very cold right now.
Yes, I'm ready for spring.
Yeah, well, I need a little bit more water in the ground first.
Yeah.
Good morning, here for a trial today? some important juror information. You're welcome. See, what's going on, folks, is that every human being who comes to serve gets informed that they have rights and they have to use their conscience on a jury situation. Good morning. Here for a trial this morning?
No.
Okay. We're educating people about their rights as jurors.
I'll take whatever it is.
Okay.
Helpful information, right?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, guys. So for those of you who are here, we are here because the barefoot trial is today. Begins with the Honorable David Lane, representing civil servant, human surviving veteran, homeless veteran, Eric Brandt, who is being forced by court order to wear shoes today. He is facing, I think it's 2 years in jail for taking off his shoes as a First Amendment free speech action, saying that an administrative policy in the Code of Conduct that is published by the Regional Transit District was that you had to wear shoes in order to get on a mass transit device like a bus or train or shuttle. And Eric did indeed write to the board. He participated in their administrative processes to indicate that there would be an unfair disadvantage, disproportionate enforcement on the unhoused peoples, because this would impact them negatively. So we're going to trial, right? And if you watched Eric's stream last night, you saw a lot of people talking about watching videos and going through evidence and discovery and knowing the details. Eric's had to do that for this case as well, and he had to do it as a pro se litigant, setting himself up for putting out all of the people who would be witnesses. He went through and rebutted the testimonies and the evidences. He served people in a way that allowed him to preserve his witnesses, preserved his jury trial by jury by demanding that early on. He told speedy trial. Subway trades and bus trades. You mean as a bus driver and a train driver, you shouldn't drive those units barefoot? That might be an OSHA safety thing, but it is why we're here today. So Eric is facing 2 years for taking off his shoes. They're accusing him of intimidation, I believe, of trespass, of public peace disturbance. So the points of the case are quite interesting, and we'll talk about them as we go. But of course, we have to hand out our flyers. So if I leave the scene of the crime, it's because I got to talk to people up and down the sidewalk, right? Good morning, sir. How you doing today? Enjoying a beautiful morning. It's an important right as you consider your civil duty today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Turning on a jury this morning? Thank you. Good morning, sir. Here for a trial today? It's important information from our founding fathers.
Okay, thanks.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you doing today? It's very important information.
Someone gave me one in the garage.
Oh, fantastic.
Similar.
Yeah. The idea is that if you're here to serve on a jury, to observe court, or if you're potentially thinking that maybe a jury should judge you instead of just paying into a system that doesn't really pay attention to your case or the details until you get before a judge, right? Then you should know how the system works. You should know that our country was founded on the concept of no taxation without representation, right? So a jury is an important part. People were being whisked away to Europe, right, to be tried, and that wasn't a speedy trial because it would take 3 months to get across the ocean, right?
Right.
So speedy trial is one of our rights. Jury of our peers, and then vote with your conscience when you sit on a jury.
That's what I just read.
Yeah, very important aspects of that.
It is.
So whether you're here today to participate in any level of that system, good morning, sir. Can I give you one of these flyers? Okay. It's important to know that that when we come to courts to observe, we have a civic responsibility to say to our employees, because every one of those people in that building is yes, they work for you, and so in that we want to keep that spirit alive every day, and I tell you why. I had to be a lawyer, right? I'm going to the judge. I'm going to court. My case was dismissed by the government after I had to get a private attorney on the job.
And pay for it.
No, not me.
Oh.
I didn't pay for it. You did fly in that for? Thank you. I told the judge all my discovery, the evidence, right? And hold on. And I'll let you go inside.
That's all right. It's not.
It should be for jurors. It's supposed to be 7. It must change. I couldn't get my information from the government about what my charges were and what the evidence was until I told the judge that I wasn't paying for it and I wasn't paying the attorney until they gave me my information. Because the whole do it. Yeah, because you have to know what the evidence is against you
Right.
before you plead.
It's true.
Yeah, have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you're here to
Such thing as jury nullification.
or just face the court process today, I urge for your education. Different court today, ma'am? All right, thank you. Whether you're here to serve on a jury, you might ask for one to represent you. It's very important information for you today. Don't just pay into a system. Thank you. God bless you. Don't just pay into a system that charges fees without proving your guilt. You folks have a right to fully be aware of the charges against you. Good morning, ma'am. You have a right to know not only the charges against you, but you have a right to be represented by a jury who votes with their conscience. Happy fucking Cops Day. So yes, good morning, folks. We are out here talking with people. We are out here.
Trial. Jury selection will probably start about 10 o'clock.
Like 8:30.
You saying 8:30 or saying 10 o'clock? Well, jury selection.
Good morning, sir. Some important information on juries. Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. Some important jury information today. Jury information, ma'am?
Greatest information you'll ever receive.
Information, ma'am, on jury responsibilities. Thank you. Good morning. Serving on a jury or observing one today? Thank you. Maybe you need a jury to represent you. Maybe you're here to represent the people. The jurors' rights are to vote with their conscience, to find guilt based on your guidance of internal thoughts.
I'm always guided by my internal thoughts, man.
Shut fuck. She's at the other door, and we need somebody on the far side door as well. On the other end of the building. The secret entrance. It's beginning to look a lot like springtime. Don't you know I'm cold? Gotta jump around and act like a little bit of a clown. Keep my blood from cooling down. Yeah, the far side door is definitely doesn't have anybody on it yet.
Like I said, the one across the street from the police station,
No, the one on the other side of the building.
by the secret door.
That's the police station. Courthouse.
So why are all the cops come out
It's unclear. Good morning. Some important jury information.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Got any of those hot pockets? What do they call them? The little the warmer packs.
Oh,
The
yeah.
magnesium heat sources.
Damn, I don't have any.
That's all
Want
right.
to go to the other door?
What door?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool if you guys want to do that.
What other door?
The one we just talked about, the secret door you always take.
Yeah, but nobody really goes over there.
The single gated entrance.
They said there's not going to be any jurors.
There were people standing outside the door before we drove by.
Don't the jurors park in that parking
Okay,
garage?
I'll walk over there.
Cool.
You said the other side?
You know, yeah. You know, all the one security.
I'm coming with you. You don't understand. I'm not giving them to anybody.
Good morning, ma'am. Here for a jury this morning? Can I give you some very important information? This country was founded, there were some very basic principles about people who served on juries, their civic duty, and the idea that you could use your conscience. And if you didn't think the government was spending its money prosecuting people properly, you had a right to say so. So as you consider your duties this morning and the trial that you might get called on to, I hope that you consider that information. Have a blessed day. Thank you. It's not an emergency vehicle. So when you see a car drive by, that's odd. So yeah, guys, hey, we're still here. And we're just hanging out, right? We're talking to people, meeting them. What do we got going on here? Eric should have a jury of just auditors. That would be justice. Great day. Yeah, you know, it's funny because that is true. That is so very true. If we were all just auditors, but that wouldn't be an unbiased jury. It would be a jury of his peers. Good morning, folks. How are we doing today? Whether you're here to serve on a jury or maybe you need one to represent you, are you together? Oh, yeah. Okay. Don't forget about the role of a jury, because without using a jury, all you're doing is paying the government for accusing you of stuff that you're probably not that guilty of. Okay. Thank you. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm all good, man. Thank
Good. Are you aware of the rights as a juror?
you. I'm okay.
You're okay. Well, I hope you become fantastic before the day is over. Good morning, ma'am. You here on a jury summons? Thank you. Good morning, folks. Whether you're here to serve on a jury or maybe you need one to represent you, have some very important information about your juror rights and responsibilities. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your civic duty today. It's an honor to serve on a jury. It's the last place to stand up to government. Oh, it's cold outside. It is cold out here. It's a beautiful thing when you get to use your spiritual guidance to talk to people and guiding them into understanding of their roles in the society. Did I say that the other day? I did. Oh, that was so funny when I said know your role and shut your hole. That was funny. 20 years for this? No. I'll get 20 years. No, thank you. Good morning, sir. Whether you need a jury to represent you or you're here to serve on one, some very important information about your rights and the things judges won't tell you.
Okay, thank you, man.
Thank you. Oh, look at all you beautiful human beings here to serve justice today. Some important information about your rights and responsibility as jurors, things the Constitution grants you authority of. Thank you. Good morning, sir. How you doing today? Some important information to read before you sit on that box today.
Okay.
Thank you. here to observe court today?
Yes.
Whether you're here to serve on a jury, or you might want one to represent you or your friends. Important information. I love this work. It really is fun, guys. What do we got going on here? Yeah, let's tamper. Oh, that one? Yeah, we're not gonna lose that shit. It's all good. Good morning, ma'am. Whether you're here to serve on a jury, you might need one to represent you someday. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Some important juror information. Thank you. Golly, it's so cold outside. I gotta jump around and stay warm inside. So I know for those of you guys watching that you probably have the ability to get multiple streams on those computers you're sitting at home with, and so you should know that the boys have videos going on too. Pikes Peak is one of them. Important information, whether you're serving on a jury or might call on one to represent you. Whether you're serving on a jury or might need one to represent you, some important juror information, sir. Thank you. Good morning, sir. How you doing today? Oh, I'm enjoying a beautiful and chilly morning.
Yes, it is.
About providing information to people about juries, their rights, roles, and responsibilities.
Nah, man,
Things that courts don't always tell you.
I get out of it all the time. I ain't worried about it.
Why did you get out of it? Can I ask you quick?
I don't care to do it.
So you don't think that your role as a juror, as a civilian, is good?
I don't believe I have a right because I ain't God to judge someone else.
What about holding your government accountable?
I don't believe I'm God. I don't judge no one.
No, yeah, but you have a right as an American citizen to hold
I don't vote either.
to redress your government.
I don't vote either.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. You're giving up a lot of power when you don't vote. But you're registered or you wouldn't be called for jury duty. That's interesting shit right there. You guys are handling a chat going on just fine without me, which is always the case. Yeah, it's like 10 degrees outside. There's no way I'm going shoeless. No way. That would be ridiculous. Good morning, folks. Whether you're here to serve on a jury or maybe you might need one to represent you. Some important information, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Important juror information, man. Okay. Okay. Know that if you're serving on a jury, you have a right to use your conscience. God bless you.
Thank you.
About what the government and our founding fathers say about your right as a juror.
I already know.
Thank you for using your conscience today.
You're welcome.
Good morning, sir. Whether you're here to serve on a jury or asking one to judge you. You know what the Constitution says about your rights to serve on a jury?
I don't know about nothing about jury.
Okay, well, if you're here, you're either here to serve on a jury or you might want one to represent you. Good morning. Good morning, sir. How you doing today? Important juror information, whether you are here to serve or whether you need to call one to serve you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Folks here for jury duty today, maybe you need a jury to represent you. Important information, folks. Good morning. Good morning, ma'am. How you doing today? You can fly some important information about the role of a jury in our country today. That's right, folks. We are here live in downtown Denver at the Lindsay Flanagan Courthouse and the Van Cleese Detention Center. Beautiful downtown. Janet and Pikes Peak auditors way down there, handing out flyers at that door. Liberty Free TV should be at another door. We are out handing out flyers for jury information and education today, ensuring that those good citizens who come to this building are fully aware of their rights to use their conscience. Good morning, sir. How you doing today? Fantastic. Handing out flyers on jury information? All right. Oh, man. My hands are cold. It's freezing out here. So, let's see. Did anybody watch Eric Brandt last night? Last night was hilarious. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, observing paranoid people. Ghost Rider, Lynn Lentz. Glad you're all here having a good time at my cold expense this morning. No, just joking. We're out here this morning for those of you just joining us because I see there's some more people coming in. We are out here doing education on jury rights, the Fully Informed Jury Association, which reminds us that the founders of the Constitution, the Declaration, the people who wrote the Federalist Papers, people like Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, Hamilton, these guys said, know your role, serve on a jury, use your conscience. And so we are here to remind people 243 years later, 42 currently, I guess, what that means in modern society. Yeah, last night somebody enjoyed a round of our videos, it looks like. It's boiling hot outside. It's so hot outside. You can see my breath when I breathe. It's so hot outside. Morning, sir. How you doing today? Got some flyers here we're handing out letting people know about juries and their role. Thank you very much, sir.
Does this have anything to do with the city?
Huh?
Does this have anything
No,
to do
it has to do with the Constitution of the United States of America. The people who walk into the courthouse. It absolutely does have to do with the city. Because our city government charges us fees for doing things allegedly wrong. And we have to know that a jury can represent us and find us not guilty. We have the right to use our conscience on a jury. We have the right to judge why the government is using our money, taxpayer dollars, for unjust reasons. We have lots of roles and responsibilities in this process. Never knew about it, Blue Watch, huh? Well, it's an important thing. It's an important thing to know that you get to use your conscience when you serve on a jury. And you should not try to get out of jury duty because it's a very important civic duty. Jury duty is one of the last places where we can redress our government by asking why we're prosecuting people unjustly. Taking a jury, you can use your conscience. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Serving on a jury means that you get to ask the government why they're wasting taxpayer dollars unnecessarily. You get to consider whether somebody's crime was actually deserving of a punishment or whether they made a silly mistake. And if you're not serving on a jury, you might ask for a jury to judge you with their conscience based on the severity of your good behavior. Very important things, folks. If you're here to serve on a jury or you're asking for one to judge you, I have some very important information. Good morning, sir. You want to read this one. This is all about what the Constitution tells you. You get to do with that piece of paper in your hand. Like, use your conscience to ask why the government would spend money on this case. That's right, folks. Very important role, serving on a jury. Does the government have enough evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the accused broke the law? That is one of the responsibilities of determination if you're called to serve on a jury today, folks. Good morning. Good luck to you, sir. Hey, Sunday mornings, I'm on the 16th Street Mall outside the Denver Pavilions at the Corner Bakery.
Okay.
It's a time when I get to relax and meet my community and make new friends to help come and do this stuff for.
I like this.
So
dude.
come hang out with us and let us learn about your thing, because maybe we can support you too.
All right, bud.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, man.
Yeah. Good morning. How are we doing today? Good, Jackson. Oh, I recognize you. You're one of the public defenders.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your work. Be right back. Okay. Sing to them. Yeah, well, we're not singing. That's often the case. I am live streaming, folks, for your benefit, so that you, the people of the public, can learn about this important role of serving on the educational part of jury education. Stop harassing bare feet. Stop RTV. Fuck shoes. I drive Lamborghini. It's a nice sign, sir. Good morning, sir. Serving on a jury this morning. Maybe you need one to represent you. Important juror information. Oh, here's a lady with a sign. Good morning. You're going to come on around the stairs here to your left, and they'll direct you on the side. This is important information for you. Remember that if you serve today, you get to use your conscience regarding the case. Good morning, folks. Whether you're here to serve on a jury or maybe you might be one to defend you, remember that if you don't get to the box, the government doesn't actually believe your case and give attention to the details of guilt. So a jury, that's their job to use their conscience instead of just paying into a profiteering system for the government coffers. Good morning, sir. Some important information about the role of a jury in our country today. Thank you. That's right, folks. A jury has an important role in our lives today. And that role is to judge whether or not the government should even be spending our money on this stuff. You might learn something. The Constitution is a very important thing. And serving on a jury, going into this place and listening to people's trials and tribulations is actually a way to tell the government off. Because if you don't think that they should be prosecuting people when you sit on that jury, you can hang it. And you can say that that person should not be found guilty. It's an important role in our society today. Have a good day. Good morning, folks. Whether you're here to serve on a jury, you might want to ask one to judge you. Important information about the jury's role in our society today. A jury gets to use their conscience to determine your guilt. A jury gets to ask if there's a reasonable doubt. Good morning. jury gets to say, is this law really worth having? Good morning. Yes, very important role to serve on a jury today. Very important civic duty. Puff the Magic Dragon. Puff the Magic Dragon lives by the sea. Frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Holly. Good morning, ma'am. Here for a jury summons today? I got an important flyer for you. The most important thing you can do is serve on a jury and hold your government accountable. That's when you use your conscience to judge whether or not a person should be prosecuted and whether the thing they did is actually a crime. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for coming to honor your civic duty to serve on a jury. Here's some important information about your role and the ability to use your conscience this morning. Good morning, ma'am. That's right, folks. We tell it how it is. Use your conscience. Good morning. Whether you're here to serve on a jury summons or whether you're asking a jury to represent you, it's important to know your role as a jury member today. Serve when you're called, folks. Serve. It's cold outside. Courtroom number, we don't know that. Judge Rogers, CDW, yeah. CDW, just come find me first. I'm cold and I need my pants. Brr. Actually should be prosecuted and whether this is actually a crime. Good morning. Very honorable civic duty, and we thank you for showing up for it. Thank you. Have a blessed day, sir. That's right, folks. If you're here to serve on a jury, or they're calling you to account for something, you know the role of the jury to judge you. They can use their conscience, and you can determine whether or not.
No, we don't.
Yes, they do.
So dumb.
What's going on, man? How you doing, man? Brian. Yeah.
Everybody inside?
No, man. We're all out here handing out flyers and talking to people and broadcasting about this shit, you know?
I wonder what you're gonna react, how you're gonna react. Sorry.
No, it's
Freezing,
good.
right?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's
It's okay. It's cold outside. Yeah, we're out here just, trying to. I'm waiting for that sun to get just a little bit closer.
right. I'm like, what the hell is he doing all the way over here? The sun's all this side.
Well, you see, this is the point where they enter, and if they walk around me by going up that way, then I can catch them over here and still get them a flyer, man. I'm a hustler.
Right.
This is I didn't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do this shit, right? Because it's important information, and it's not just about it, right? It's about everybody who walks in this building. Because if you're walking into this building, ladies and gentlemen, accused of a crime, the government isn't actually going to pay attention to the details till you go to the box if you need a jury to represent you. If you're here to serve on a jury, you need to know how you get to use your conscience. Fire for you, ma'am? You get to use your conscience to determine whether the government should be prosecuting this person. You get to use your conscience to determine whether the law is just. Serving on a jury is an amazing civic responsibility. It is the last stand of redress against our government. Good morning, folks. How are we doing today? Very important information on juries and their role in our society.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate all your hard work.
Appreciate it. God bless you. How they do. People do have a conscience. It's when we slow down to call it out.
They were brothers. They taking those things off.
Oh, they were. You missed it.
Oh, was I listening?
See, like this lady works here, right? This lady might work here as well. You here to serve on a jury, man? See, I told you she's a worker.
I'm gonna go talk to.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good, man. You got people at all three doors or all the entrances, you know. Good morning, ma'am. Give me a flyer. Some important jury information for you today. Get to use your conscience today. Thank you for your service. Good morning, ladies. Anybody serving on a jury needs one to call into account whether or not they're guilty or not. Some important jury information. Jurors' role is so important in our society today. We get to actually say, should we be here? Is this law just? Are they using our tax dollars appropriately? Use your conscience when you serve today, sir. And thank you for doing your civic duty and serving on a jury. Thank you. Important constitutional information in there. That's what we do, folks. We're passing out the jury flyers. We're educating them on their rights, know their roles. Whether you're here to answer government complaints or you're here to serve a summons for a jury, the juries get to use their conscience and actually ask why we're here. Would you like the flyer? Don't just plead out. Know the role of a jury in your life today, sir. Pleading out is part of the process of paying this corrupt system. As a juror, you have the right to use your conscience. Was the law that was broken constitutional? If it was not a constitutional law, why are we in the courtroom today? Important jury information, folks. Hope you as well. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Did you know that the jury gets to use its conscience to determine your guilt, folks? Whether you're serving on a jury or asking one to judge you, please remember that the time when the jury hears the information is the only time when the government actually looks at your alleged crimes. Would you like the flyer, man? About jury information? Thank you. Do you remember when the jury said, no victim, no crime? Birds cold outside. See the wind? It's blowing my scarf around. Good morning, man. Juries and the role of our lives today. charges. Make sure you have one judge here. Just walk away. Good morning, sir. Well, juror information. Thanks. You're welcome. Is the law that was broken just and justly applied to the case at hand? If your answer is no, don't fall for it. Do not check your conscience or common sense at the courthouse door, folks. You're here to serve a summons or answer for a cause. You might need a jury to represent you. Important information. The jury has the right to use its conscience, folks. Is the law that's being applied, justly applied, is it constitutional? If not, you get to use your conscience to vote not guilty. Do you remember when the jury said, no victim, no crime? Hey, 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 I remember when the jury said, no victim, no crime. You have a screen to protect you. Yeah. Oh, it's an old scarf, man. My grandma knitted this, or maybe my Aunt Frances. My mom would know. Good morning, sir. How you doing today? Excellent. Here's some information about juries and their role in our lives today.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. You're here to serve on a jury, folks. You can use your conscience. And if your conscience says you're not guilty, make a jury find you not guilty. Don't plead out and pay the government for something that you didn't do wrong. Was the law that was broken constitutional? If the law was not constitutional, jurors have a right to say not guilty. If the law that was broken is being applied unjustly, your jury has a right to say not guilty. Yes, thank you. Use a jury. It's worth your time and the government expense. Most people who come to this courthouse not take time to go through the jury process. Instead, they just pay fines to stop dealing with government harassment. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Do you remember when the jury said, you're here to serve on a jury, you get to use your conscience this morning. Learn some more about that, sir. No thanks. How about you guys? You know that the civic duty of serving on a jury is one of the last ways to redress your government. If the law is unconstitutional or is being applied in an unconstitutional way, it has a right to say not guilty and to vote with their conscience. God bless you, sir. Have fun. Give me your gloves. Please. While you're in the warm building. Thank you. Do you when the jury said no victim, no crime? Hey, hey, hey. No, it's not illegal. Gosh, you guys are so dumb. It's the legalest place to be, on a sidewalk, outside of the courthouse. We know the laws. So let me get this right. These holes are for drainage so the wall doesn't fall down. That's right. Good morning, folks. Whether you're here because the government has summoned you to court or whether the government has summoned you to serve on a jury, the jury is the last bastion of honesty. The government doesn't actually look at the evidence. It's a jury. Some important information for you, sir. Use a jury to your advantage. Demand a trial by jury where the citizens can use their conscience. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Some important information about jurors and their role in our community today. How about you, ma'am? Can I give you a jury flyer? Thank you. So, for those of you just joining us, my name is Brian Loma, and I am outside on the Lindsay Flanagan Courthouse sidewalks, passing out flyers about jury rights and information. Your role as juror. Did you know that if the government did not prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, you can use your conscience to vote not guilty? If the law that was broken is not constitutional, you get to vote as a juror not guilty and use your conscience. So if you've been summoned to jury duty this morning, folks, please take a flyer. Thank you, sir. Good morning. Good morning, ma'am. Can I give you a flyer today? I love that hat.
Not that long ago.
I remember.
All right, well, I gotta go.
Sir. Can I
Talk to you
talk to you
later.
about jury rights and responsibilities?
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I was trying to play with you a little bit there. Because I saw you on the phone. You're on live. You're live. Good morning, sir. Jury information?
I'm good, thanks.
Thank
Sorry.
you. Absolutely. Have a great day. Oh, yeah. You want to hand some out? Give me a second to catch my breath? Yeah, I'll let that happen. What time is court? Court is, we think court is at 8:30 because that's usually when everybody's trial. I'm great. I'm cold. Well, I'm warming up now that the sun is shining, right? Your light's on.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh, and I've gone through at least this many flyers. Probably twice that many. Yeah.
People are taking them.
Yeah, no, what we do out here is important work and they
Show me all the
enjoy
stuff.
it. Good morning, ma'am. So we got a jury this morning, or maybe you need one to answer for you.
I'm not on a jury, but thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Have a blessed day. Well, folks, if you're here to serve this morning, you have rights. You have rights to use your conscience. If you think the government is wasting money prosecuting victimless crimes, you have a right to vote not guilty if you believe the law was being applied in an unjust way. That's right, folks. You have your right to use your conscience to determine if anybody was harmed. And if there is no victim, then there cannot be a crime. It's why the jury said, no victim, no crime. Yes, that's right. Is the penalty appropriate to the accusation? If it is not, you have a right to say not guilty. As a summoned juror, you have the right to use your conscience. If you're being called into the system to be held into account today, folks, you have a right to a jury of your peers to judge you and to use their conscience to determine whether or not you actually committed a crime and whether or not the government should be using tax dollars to prosecute you or to persecute you. does not tell you about your rights as a juror. Good morning, sir. Do you know flyer? Do you flyer on jury information? Good morning, ma'am. Some information on juries. Thank you. If you're not here as a juror, you might want a jury to judge you. Because most of the time it's just a financial system where they take your money and they don't actually look at whether or not or you should be in this building at all. So demand a jury trial. Demand that your rights are protected. Demand that the Constitution is honored. Serving on a jury is an important honor. It's an important civic duty. It's one of the last places that we, the people, get to redress our government with power and authority. Good morning, ma'am. Can I give you some jury information? Some jury info, sir?
I know about my right to notify. Thanks.
Thank you. Jury information. You know, if you're here because you need a jury, you should know what they can do to find you not guilty. Most people don't actually go to a jury trial, and most people don't get the government to look at the crime they allegedly committed. They just bow out and pay a price for getting caught and being forced to talk to a cop. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you have rights. We are here to make sure you protect them. I get on a roll sometimes.
You're on fire. I love it.
This is what I do, you know? I'm gonna go bark about the next mayor of Denver, too.
We're going to put you on a 3-minute clip on jurors' rights, man.
Love it.
You're a man of knowledge.
Oh, you know, I just read the flyer. It's right there.
Read the flyer, people. Please read the information.
Easy. If I could just read the flyer out loud to people, I'm barking the truth, right? And I get to stand on my soapbox and feel really good about what we do in our world today. It's that easy.
One person, one juror gets this information, and
It's all over.
it changes a person's life.
It's everything. Good morning, ma'am. Would you like some jury information? Thank you. Have a blessed day. Good morning, sir. Whether you're here to serve on a jury, or whether you need a jury to serve you.
Okay.
Remember that juries get to use their conscience to determine whether the law is constitutional and whether the taxpayer dollars should be spent for
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. What jury information, ma'am? Whether you're serving on a jury or you just want to serve you. The role of the jury in today's society is so important. Most prosecutors don't actually get into the details of the evidence until they have to go to trial. And if you don't make them go to trial, all they're going to do is charge you for getting caught up because somebody complained. There's no victim, there's no crime. If the law is not being applied in a constitutional way, the law should be nullified. And the role of the jury is to determine whether people even belong in the courtroom. Good morning, sir. Jury info.
Yeah,
Thank you. God
Good
bless
job,
you.
good job.
Thank you. See why I wanted my data tickets?
I brought
Sir,
them.
make sure you use the jury, huh? Alright. That's right, folks. If you're here on a jury summons, or the government has summoned you, the jury is your friend. Some information about jury roles. If you're here to serve on a jury, remember you get to use your conscience. If there's no victim, there's no crime. Why we keep saying homeless people shouldn't be doing time because they got a ticket for sleeping on the streets. Or maybe you walked across the street wrong. Morning, sir. Important information about a jury's role in your life. Whether you're here because they've called you into account, you can make a jury find you guilty or not guilty. Most of the time, the government doesn't actually dig into the evidence or provide satisfactory evidence beyond a reasonable doubt unless we make them. Because they don't care. too many people, too many tax dollars being wasted. People who go to jury trial overwhelmingly get found not guilty or don't even end up at the trial because the government drops the case. Have a great day. That's right, folks. You gotta have all of the evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. If there is any doubt within reason that the crime being accused of did not occur, that the person did not do it, or that the law is being applied unjustly, a jury has the responsibility to use their conscience to acquit. Good morning. So if you're serving on a jury this morning, I've got important information for you. And if you're here to ask a jury to represent you, I've got even more important information. Because most people do not use the jury to their advantage. Good morning. Thank you. You're an amazing human being. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Jana. And we love her. Don't let anybody say otherwise. What time do we got? Just 8 o'clock, or is it 8:30 yet? It's 8:15.
Going till 8:30?
Yeah, usually. Trial's not going to start right away. We got a little time. Take a mental health break.
You're live on your channel?
Yeah. Good morning, sir. Whether you're here to answer a government summons or whether you're here to serve on a jury, there's important information for you today. The jury has the right to use their conscience and determine whether it's applied justly. If it's not, a jury has a right to use their conscience and to say not guilty. If the law is unconstitutional, a jury has a right to use their conscience to say not guilty. If the tax dollars are not being applied properly, a jury has a right to say not guilty.
That's right, man. Right on, Buckle. Thank you for being out
I
here.
appreciate you.
You know
Thank
it,
you very
man.
much. See, we know how important this is because the lawyers, they thank us. They thank us for doing this work because it's so important. Oh, nobody wants to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Be outside by 7.
I
Right?
was here late. I couldn't do it.
It's hard. Good morning, ma'am. Some important information about juries. Thank you. Remember, if you're serving today, you have a very important civic duty. And we appreciate you. That's the thing. When you're doing this, it's not about angriness, right? Because we know that there's people all over watching this. And we want you to get this information, guys. This is a fully informed jury, FIJA.org. That's www.fija.org. You can get packets of these flyers really easy, really cheap. They got all kinds of ones that are expensive color copies. There's inexpensive black and whites or yellow and whites in this case. And good morning, ma'am. Whether you're here on a jury summons or you'd like a jury to represent you, the jury is so important in our government today. Would you like a flyer? Thank you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The jury has a role in our society to use their evidence to determine whether the Constitution is being applied. Thank you.
I'll be out here with you tomorrow.
Thank you.
King Michael.
King
Thank
Michael,
you.
thank you.
King Michael,
Jury information. If you're being called to serve on a jury or whether you need one to represent you, it's an important honor and civic duty to serve on your jury, folks. Oh, man. So if you're watching us live around the world, folks, we want you to get on this website, fija.org, F-I-J-A. You can get flyers. You can go to your courthouse. And when you hand out these flyers, try not to hand them out to just everybody as you walk into the courtroom. That's a bad practice. Judges don't like that. So you stand on the sidewalk in public space outside and you bark at everybody walking in. And it's good for your soul to talk and educate people. Right? Morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you're here to serve on a jury this morning, I have important information for you. If you're here because you need a jury to stop government abuses, we've got a flyer for you. Jurors get to use their conscience. And most people just pay off the government instead of making it work for them. So if you have a jury summons this morning, I have a flyer for you.
You know you can't do that here.
I can do that here. This is my legal space to do that. I can't do that over there on the inside. Because it's not my legal space to do that.
Your legal space. I thought.
That's right.
Where's the
If you're here
language
to
of the
serve on a
First
jury
Amendment to
because
the
of a
Bill of
jury
Rights,
summons,
man?
I've got a flyer for you. If you're here because the government has summoned you, I have a flyer for you. Most people do not use a jury to
Whatever
their
became of Eric
advantage.
Brandt?
Huh?
Whatever became of Eric Brandt?
He's inside in his trial.
In shackles?
I know. He's a free man.
Are your
Jury trial.
has
Today.
it begun?
It will around 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Are you going in? Is it not about?
King the jurors.
I see. I can tell that. Have fun.
Thank you. Oh, hey, Tuesday next week, 2701 Lawrence.
Is that?
That's Lisa's office.
Okay.
We'll be doing phone calls on
Oh, yeah.
Thursdays and Fridays. Or Tuesdays and Thursdays.
What's this? What's that?
Feature.
Feature. That's
Feature.
awesome.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Feature.
Thanks.
Yep. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Robert Chase. The infamous Robert Chase, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, please, for the man who can walk an entire parade route with a megaphone yelling at the mayor. I love that man. Of course, we have created a concept of live streaming interruptions, as you noticed. Where's Pikes Peak? I have his gloves. I don't know.
What? Give me his gloves. No.
I took them because he went to
You're
the bathroom. So where'd you park?
Just a block down.
Should be in a deck if you're gonna stay.
The deck.
Yeah, the park the deck because the streets are 2-hour meters.
Where's the deck?
That building.
How much is it?
$5 or $6 for the day. Depends how long you're gonna stay. Problem is that it's 2 hours on the meter and they don't fuck around down here. $25 ticket, sometimes within a minute. They have people walking like 4 or 5 blocks and that's it.
Is that all it'll be? Is $25?
It can go up if you couples down, if you don't pay it on time, and all kinds of stuff. So
25 for the day is acceptable.
it's a business write-off. It's $6 for the day for the deck.
It's not. I mean,
It's 20% less.
I'll put it this way: $5 in the deck isn't in my budget for the day, but $25 later might be.
You need to pay for the deck to do that. Hey, there's Pikes. Somebody probably wants his clothes back.
I mean, you're going inside or no? Huh? Are you going inside?
Well, no, I'm gonna go for a walk first.
Are we?
As a matter of fact, it's getting to that time.
So
I want to hit these last few people up, and I got a few flyers in my hand. See a few flyers in my hand. We're gonna give these away first.
I'm just going to hang out with CDW, and then we're going to watch.
Morning,
Mr.
folks.
Lane
Whether you're here to serve on a jury or you need one to
I might have to
represent
be
you,
parked, I guess. I
most
don't know.
people don't actually make the government find them guilty. God bless you. So the government doesn't find you guilty until you actually make them look at the evidence. Most of the time, they don't look at discovery to find out that you're innocent either, unless you make them go to trial. So if you're here to serve on a jury or you're here on a government summons, please know that a jury is your friend as they have a right to use their conscience to serve you. Yeah.
He's killing it though. I mean, he looks like he sounds like a pro. I'm gonna give it to him. He knows what he's talking about.
earlier,
Huh?
earlier, probably one.
Oh, it's all good. It happens. Wait a minute.
Checking your nose hairs.
What are you doing?
Pikes! Pikes!
Look, is that pajama audits?
Good morning. Like flyer on jury information.
Dude, pajama audits would love that. Those were Grinch pajamas.
They can't
Most
see it.
people don't make the government find them guilty or not guilty. They just plead for a system of profiteering by government efforts. Use a jury to defend yourself. Let them use their conscience to show that you're really not that guilty of anything.
Stay here until I get.
What?
Report.
No, I'm coming with you.
Give me my gloves back.
Folks, that's it. Jury notification is over this morning. We appreciate it for you for coming. From downtown Denver, this is Brian Loma, Colorado Donkey Watch, and Pikes Peak Auditors. The Cops Day.
See you